Android in, load it up with my Evernote memories so I won't have to go to work?
That would be cool, but we think of, you know, artificial intelligence, right? Like everyone's big into artificial intelligence. Our CEO has kind of made a rule at our company. We don't deal with artificial intelligence because artificial intelligence is essentially trying to duplicate you, like duplicate a human. And all we get are like really clunky humans, right? Like Siri. So we don't believe in artificial intelligence. We just don't believe it's there yet. We believe in augmented
Siri's quite a lot more intelligent than some of my friends. I mean,
yeah, and she's witty. And she's witty too.
Careful what you say.
She is witty. But we like to think of augmented intelligence. So our mission is just to help you be smarter in everything that you do.
So your prediction is in the future people will be smarter?
They will be smarter.
Brilliant. All right, any questions?
Well, at least Evernote users.
How about the most geeky guy in the room? Do you have a question? Yeah.
He's going to use Bitcoin to buy Evernote stock when we go public, I bet.
Seeing everything is all interconnected, will you consider everything is all Internet of Things that you don't have to actually, will you consider this is like Internet of Things, that everything interconnected, you don't have to remind yourself like when to fill up the fridge with different food, or when you get a car, you don't have to think about when to go, you automatically go to work, and so forth. Eventually, I guess that's what you guys are heading, right?
I think that's where it's going. Wow, it's rare that I actually have to like turn something up because I'm like tall in this case. That's awesome, man. I'm used to like going, okay, yeah. So, you know, the other day we use Yammer internally to communicate, which is kind of like you know, internal Facebook kind of thing. And one of our engineers actually said, "Hey, I just got an alert that there's a fire in my house." I'm like, "Wow, that's kind of cool." You know, turned out it was his grandmother burning the toast. But that's an example of exactly what you're talking about, the Internet of Things. And I think that definitely as we go forward, you will see so many more instances of devices being able to deliver actionable, timely data and information and alerts to us. And we need to figure out as a company, and we're actively working on this with numerous different partners, etc., how do we fit into that ecosystem? Like, what is Evernote's place in that ecosystem? And I think like us being on Google Glass was, you know, we didn't expect Google Glass to be a runaway hit. We expected to learn a lot about being on that brand new platform, right?
There we go. Whilst I'm walking over there, just a little bit about...
You got a little bit of a limp there?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
I gotta hear that story.
Napoleon, I'll tell you that. Where is the gentleman who had the question? I need my Evernote. Sorry, let me see my phone.
Yeah, exactly. You should have taken a picture and everything.
Wait. Before he asks his question, I'm going to rudely interrupt. Actually, he can ask his question.
Is it too loud? Okay. Warren Buffett likes to talk about businesses having a moat. Does that ring a bell? Like a moat, like castles and stuff, to prevent other businesses from entering into the market space. What is the moat for Evernote? I mean, I can imagine another app building same sort of feature sets, you know, same sort of attractiveness. What it makes, you know, Evernote so special? And how are you keeping competitors out of the way?
That's a great question. And this again is a cultural thing, so again, this may be right or wrong depending on the situation, but culturally, we are programmed to not pay attention to competition. It's like all the MBAs in the room are like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Who was it that said like, only the paranoid survive? Yeah, it's like only the paranoid survive, right? Well, we're kind of the opposite. Here's why I think that's the case. We have been lucky enough. I think timing was very good for us. We were very early. We were one of the first apps in the Apple App Store when it first launched. So we rode that wave at a very, very early time. So we were able to solidify a great brand. And I think you can't discount brand. So number one, we have that. Number two, we have a sole focus on the product. Our belief is that if we're paying attention to the competition and really kind of looking around too much, the race will not be won by Evernote. You know, someone will kind of, you know, pass us. So we're always trying to release these great pieces of functionality that we never, you know, adequately communicate to the marketplace. But people discover and say, wow, oh my gosh, if I take a picture of a business card, it automatically kind of pulls all the data out and gives me this nice rendition of it. So we're always, any Evernote users know, we're always updating. Like every week you get like an update with cool new stuff. But I think another thing that is going for us in a big way, remember I mentioned there was one slide up there I said we had 30,000 developers using our API tying into Evernote. That's a huge moat. In fact, a lot of the applications that tie into Evernote are actually note-taking applications. So there's an iOS, one of the most popular iOS note-taking applications is called AwesomeNote. It's out of Korea. And they have an integration with Evernote. They didn't want to go multi-platform. They wanted to focus laser in on that. And because we don't advertise, remember the business model, because we don't advertise, we're not in an eyeball game. As long as you're synchronizing to Evernote and you're using AwesomeNote on your iPad and then going to your desktop and using Evernote, we both win, right? So we've created an ecosystem where our perceived competitors can actually participate and win as well. When Google Keep came out, you know, I love the press. Like the first article that came out was Google challenges Evernote with Google Keep, and then the next person, you know, and they always like one up themselves on the headlines. The next one was like, Google Keeps, you know, strong competition to Evernote, and then the next one's like, Google Keep, Evernote killer. You know, it's just like keeps accelerating. Our business has significantly been increased by Google Keep, because Google Keep is a very simple note-taking application, very elegant, and it gets into people's minds the value of note-taking, which then brings them to us eventually.
So the moat idea is interesting, is you're saying that by having this network of connected apps, your API basically is your moat, right?
A significant portion of it.
The fact that other apps can connect to you creates a moat around them and you that other people don't want to leave.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Like I'm on LinkedIn, I connect to Evernote, my name card gets pulled off LinkedIn.
Right, exactly.
So looking again into the future, there's a few business people in this room. So I was thinking, the future of tech, there's a marketing element to this, right? There's a business model to it. If you look at WhatsApp, they didn't spend a penny on advertising. They were sold for $19 billion without doing any advertising.
You know, it's funny, we all thought it was 16 billion, then suddenly it was 19.
Yeah, like, have you seen since they announced the news? And
like all of Silicon Valley was in this big funk. Like all the startup guys, you know, damn, I'm only worth $1 billion. It's so funny.
But it's shaken up the business model, right? Because I heard an acronym for business in the States. It was URL. Ubiquity first, revenue later. Right?
Yeah.
So it seems to be a model. Do you think this is the future of business models for the software industry, that you don't spend any money on marketing? It's basically all about making partnerships, like you've done with telcos or with people who launch phones.
Yeah.
Notebooks. Is that the future of marketing technology? Distribution? I mean, WhatsApp's only cost was distribution.
Well,
right?
there's a couple of threads in there. WhatsApp and these chat apps, I think, and I didn't mention this, but I wanted to mention this when I was talking about kind of Facebook and social networks. The whole rise of these chat apps is in direct correlation to the need that users have for more direct communications and higher bills for SMSs, you know, in Asia specifically. People don't use chat apps in America, by the way. Like, we just don't get it. Like, no one understands it. Like, why would you use a chat app? Like, we just SMS. You know, it's fun. Like all my people who are internationally traveled and stuff use them, but, like, kind of the normal average American is like, why would I need that? But I think that increasingly so, we believe that there's a geek meritocracy. So what is a meritocracy? A meritocracy is a system whereby the winners are the best apps, best experiences, best products, right? And because of app stores, it's changed everything. So it used to be distribution was very, very difficult for software. You used to have to like burn a bunch of CDs or something and put them in a box, and you go to the store and buy a box. Remember that? Like, you guys, some of you may not even remember that. But distribution used to be very, very tough. Now that has been taken out of the scene. So it comes down to how good is your software. If it's truly good, people will virally start talking about it, and it's so easy to go download it. So I think the game fundamentally changed about 5 years ago, 6 years ago with the iPhone. And since the advent of app stores, I would say we would not be the scale of business that we are today unless the whole mobile thing happened. We would be we would be like a desktop Mac and Windows application.
So it's any app stores.
Which sounds really boring.
Boosted the whole distribution factor, right?
It changed.
Any more questions? We only have time for one more question. Oh my God. Which one?
So now you want to raise your hand.
You're going to put deadlines on people. They're students. Exam tomorrow. Wait, which one do you want to take? It's your choice.
Oh, geez. I'd like to take this gentleman in the front row, just because I know that you got a limp and it's a little bit easier. Sorry, guys. I'll be around after.
So, it seems like Evernote is primarily a handwriting recognition application, and you mentioned Siri. So are you guys also considering voice recognition, taking notes with just speaking?
We have a couple of partners that actually, like API partners that do that. So you can, for instance, on your phone, just kind of dictate a note, record, because in Evernote you can record as well. So you can record that. They then kind of sniff your notes and say, oh, there's an audio recording here, I'm going to transcribe it. And they transcribe it. So there is that element. And the way I use that personally is I'll read an email on my phone, but I'll be in the subway and I'm like, I don't want to like try to type this out on the subway. So I'll just kind of do a quick response as a note, and then I'll share that note with that person as an email. I'll just email it to them directly out of Evernote. And then by the time it gets to them, it's like all transcribed. And but again, it's very AI-ish, so it's a little.
Lights go. Okay, just give us 2 minutes. Okay, we are now in the past. We're in the past, or we're going to the future. This is Back to the Future. Back to the Future. I'm going to put on shake to get people Hey, by the way, I built a half iPhone weekend in my backyard.
Thanks, man.
You can turn it off for now.